Alright guys, so trying to get capture working with Blackout is pretty easy, but it can be a little tricky if you're just not sure of the way to do it. So I'm going to show you real quick. It's pretty simple. Alright, so the quickest way and easiest way to really do this is just to hook up your iPad to your local home network, whatever it may be, and you will hook up your capture as well to the same thing. So currently here I have my Wi-Fi settings down here. I'm hooked up to my internet. Call it Corona because it's funny. So I'm hooked up to the Wi-Fi here, Corona, which is also linked in. If I come over here to fixtures and universes, you can see I'm getting SACN, which is coming from my Blackout lighting console, which is also hooked up to the same internet now. So once they're on the same network, you will be able to, they should connect up pretty simply. Can also change this to ArtNet if I wanted to. Depends on what you want. Now again, using the Wi-Fi to do it will work, but if you're running some crazy effects, it might not come through correctly. So the best case would be to get a wire here, and I'll put that up on the screen. It's a Thunderbolt iPhone 1 to Ethernet. If you have, this is an older model iPad, so it doesn't have USB-C, it's got the other one. Make sure you get one. If you don't get this one, make sure it's one that has PoE, which is power over Ethernet. You can plug that right into your router if it has PoE in to power it, or you can plug it into a network switch if you have that as well. And then I would recommend getting some kind of splitter so you can still power this or charge it while you use the Ethernet cable, unless you get the PoE, which should charge it as you use it through just a single cable. So over here I have my Aurora Lumen radio module, and I was trying to go through this to use the Wi-Fi, but you don't actually have to use a node or some kind of DMX receiver or transmitter to connect it to capture. They only have to just be on the same network, whether that be just through the Wi-Fi and Ethernet straight in, or if you had one that would be an Ethernet in like on here, that's a transmitter that's transmitting it, you could do it that way as well, but you don't have to. It's just more stuff you have to put in, which you don't always need. If you're doing kind of offline DMX testing like I kind of am, you can just do it on your home network. And then when you want to go live, like on location, then you plug it in here. You have all your features on Blackout saved, and it should just pop right into the network, and you can run your lights based off of the previous software. So now if I come back over to my universes, I've got my SACN connected, and I have my fixtures patched. So once you patch your fixtures in Blackout, you just copy the same thing straight over to here. You can name them, and then you set the channel mode, or you set the profile mode, and then you patch them in the correct address. And everything should line up pretty easily. And I'm pretty far away from my router slash Wi-Fi, maybe at least 100 feet, and I'm still getting good connection. If you had a bunch of tubes or something with profiles that were each 100, and you had like 8 of them, then you might run into some problems getting a steady frame rate and signal from that. But for this, it works. So I'm just going to flip through a couple of the looks I have here. Got this yellow magenta, this blue-orange kind of point center cross, which is nice if there's somebody being featured for a solo or something. Blue-yellow. And then I've got this kind of party mode where everything's kind of changing. These gig bars are going through an effect that's a rainbow effect coming across. It's real slow. Now if I come back into Blackout here, I got my main sequence, but I can still come over here and I can change the color of the movers quickly. I've just got these set up on a color mode so I can scrub through those. Same thing with these gig bars here. We got these on different modes I can change that also keep the effect running from the main source. Same thing with the uplights. And then same thing with the high pars here. And then I've also got the gobos on changing here. I've got that set as well for speed, gobo width, and then focus. I can change that all as I go. And then when I come back to the main sequence here, I can just click this and it overrides everything, going back to the original look of whatever this is, but also cancels out the colors of the others. And you can set that by your fader priority. So that's just a basic overview. I'm going to go over more of how to set up kind of this look with capture and visualizing it. If you guys want to see anything in particular, let me know, and we'll see you next week.